Hallo, Hallöchen, Leute. Willkommen wieder zurück zu Honkai Star Rail. Wir begeben uns wieder weiter in diesem Ding rein und wir bewegen uns mal zu diesem Ei da hinten. Ah!
We sought to bury the absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthless.
Still, chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand. This won't stop me.
Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to zero.
Which means it could work, no?
This is the place below the tombstone.
Let's open Midas's coffin like he wanted.
Ah, ich weiß nicht, ob das so eine gute Idee ist.
Looks like you were right.
Natürlich, das ist ja auch Skrullam, der intelligenteste Typ von allem. Und hier ist noch ein Käfer. Na? Ist der Zweig aktiviert? Nee. Achso, wir müssen den von der Seite ansprechen. Hey, Reisende, bereit, eine Heldin zu werden? Die Macht dieser gesammelten Kernflammen wird sicher die endlose Nacht erhellen. Die Morgendämmerung, die sich sowohl Menschen als auch Käfer wünscht, ist fast nah dran. Ich bin bereit. Ausgezeichnet, das ist die richtige Einstellung. Machen wir uns auf den Weg zum Ende der Geschichte. Oh, Heiland. Ja, also alle Zeichen sind auf Ende des Pfirsiche Arc angelegt. Hm?
Nothing but a head left? Well, who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life?
Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final words.
All this tombstone and final words. Did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something?
Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of Amphorius's heart.
End this charade already. That Amphorius's heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge, and its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made Amphorius's body into a hollow shell. That's why you either killed or kicked out all of the memo snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being.
Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with Amphorius's body.
Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the demiurge is.
Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here.
Ja, aber ich glaube nicht, dass Feinon alleine der Demiurge ist. Ich glaube, Cyrene hat auch was damit zu tun.
As we reveal the truth behind Philias 093's disappearance, a lie by the remembrance.
But where should I start with the story about me? From the beginning of the universe? Just kidding. That would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. I know you're listening, my good friend. The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named Amphorius, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well. On a very ordinary early morning, the daughter of Ide Silicii quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecy's fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the priest of time. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Oryx.
Dann speichern wir es mal. Undefinierte Aufzeichnung Nummer 6 archiviert.
Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of the wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and the little fairies off-tune a cappella songs. But the name Ide Silicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand. Yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Why was I like that then? The world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Undefinierte Auszeichnung Nummer 28 archiviert.
But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up. Just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal hometown, just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant on the fleet. Oh, whose ears are pricked up now? You definitely heard me say this sentence a lot. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? The hero's journey crosses through the long night. Through tears.
Undefinierte Auszeichnung Nummer 496 archiviert. Oh, das ist ziemlich viel. Krass. Objektinformationen werden analysiert. 093. Ah. Jetzt eine echte Serene. Aber noch die kleine Version.
Philia 093's record number 496.
System wird ausgeführt. Oh, wir haben ein nettes Bild. Oh, das sieht aus wie ein Käfig. Ome Amphorius Eisengrab.exe Laufzeitfehler. Programm von einem unbekannten Publisher. Ome Demigurge Philia 093.exe. Schreibzugriff erlauben. Erlaubt. Führe Philia 093.exe aus. Oh.
Hi, miss me yet?
Naja, du wurdest doch gerade erst
I'm
geboren.
just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last.
Was?
Philia 093.
Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Cyrene's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see.
Formatting complete. 0. Size
Grayscale. Proportions. Threshold. Outputting analysis result. Philia 093 equals Peach.
Speichern.
Peach's record. Number 8128.
System wurde ausgeführt. Ome Amphorius Eisengrabpunkt engste Laufzeitfehler. Ein unbehandelter Ausnahmefehler ist aufgetreten. 1 von 3 Objektname jeder Seite ein Protokoll. Klicke auf Auszug, um den Fehler zu ignorieren und fortzufahren. Klicke auf Details, um das vollständige Protokoll anzuzeigen. Führe Filia 039.exe aus.
Look, what a magnificent sight.
Comment. Peach.
Even this classical world contains a futuristic palace like this.
Sieht eher aus wie ein Käfig.
Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after a few thousand years?
Conclusion. It won't.
I want to share a story with you this time. I saw a little nymph on my way here. It was on a fallen wheat stalk, and it was incredible. I forgot all my pains at that moment, and
Record. Peach.
I wonder, did every Cyrene in the past feel that the nymph was beautiful? Would they also have recorded that scene into the Eternal Saga? So, could you give me more time, please? I want to leave behind more memories for the future.
Formatting complete. Bye, Peach.
Speichern. Okay, es wird dunkler.
Peach's record. No.
As long as I record every page of this story and tell it to you, Amphorius won't be forgotten.
Query. Record.
Ja, den Satz hat sie auch schon öfter gesagt.
Electrical signal sequence. Bolamos 600. Track. Strife.
Related to. Stripe.
Zwieback?
Comment. Pretty.
Electrical signal sequence. Schema 720. Track. Reason.
Related to. Raisin.
Und
Comment. Yummy.
Electrical signal sequence. Philia 093.
Related to. Love.
lernen.
Comment. Peach equals love?
Na gut. Und dann hat Xander uns irgendwann gefunden, wa? System. So, Ome Amphorius Eisengrab.exe Laufzeitfehler. Ein unbehandelter Ausnahmefehler ist aufgetreten. 2 von 3. Objektname naiver Traum. Klicke auf Auszug, um den Fehler zu ignorieren und fortzufahren. Klicke auf Details, um das vollständige Protokoll anzuzeigen. Sag mal Details. Führe Filia 093 Exe-Punkt aus. Punkt Exe.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye again.
Bye, Peach.
Before I was even aware of it, this book had already recorded too many emotions.
Conclusion. Books are meant to be light, not heavy.
I've started to feel uneasy whenever I take it into my hand.
Peach, uneasy?
Formatting progress. 94.
How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and
Conclusion. Progress. Bad.
If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then it's just an overly naive dream?
Peach,
Formatting progress 96.
Peach, don't cry.
Process error. Analyzing. Process error.
Comment. I'm here.
Process error.
Really? Are you encouraging me?
Peach, happy.
Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this. Everyone's still working so hard.
Record. Peach doesn't like tears.
I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason. When I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping, a little fairy popped out. Just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow. Where, to my surprise, let me tell you the story of the Membrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Id Silicii's forests. Their names can be connected in 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti.
Formatting complete.
Bye, Peach. Note. Little Peach, crying alone. Little fairies, friends.
Speichern.
Save.
Lernen. Okay, jetzt wird wieder
Little
dunkler.
fairies, good friends. Bye bye.
System wird ausgeführt. Omi 13 Amphorius Eisengrabpunkt Exe Laufzeitfehler. Ein unbehandelter Ausnahmefehler ist aufgetreten. 3 von 3. Objektname. Eine neue Lehre. Klicke auf Auszug, um den Fehler zu ignorieren und fortzufahren. Klicke auf Details, um das vollständige Protokoll anzuzeigen. Zeig mal. Führe Filia 093.exe aus.
You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
Me! Little fairies! Happy! Speaking easy! I can!
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent.
Shh! You speak! I listen! This time, too. Sitting together.
Now that I look back, there was a period when I...
Sentimental. Stories have sentiments.
I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging essence.
Peach, strange.
But I won't do that anymore now.
Why unhappy?
Formatting progress 73.9.
I'm here. Don't be scared.
Process error. Analyze.
Won't allow it to interrupt you. Always sitting together.
No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue?
Blank spaces. What's that?
I'm actually really lucky, you know? During the long years I've spent waiting for the Deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Isn't that already enough?
Not enough, not enough. Peach, don't leave.
Now I can rest in peace in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene to continue our watch.
Peach left.
If there are no new blank spaces, can a saga continue?
Needs new blank spaces. Next, Cyrene has blank space.
Lernen.
Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you. Find blank space.
Und dann hat sie den Trailblazer gefunden, ne?
Cyrene is Peach, is love. So, first there is love, then there is Cyrene, then there is blank space. Query, love.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of heart, making them unable to obtain.
Consciousness, emotions, feel sad. Query, Cyrene?
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Emphorius' dawn?
Key, door, story, happy Peach, Cyrene, little fairy, Mike. Yes, right. Query, memory. Peaches, memories, save. Look.
The prophecies fulfilled. This child is a gift from the gods.
Pink hair and those ears. She was born to be the priest of time.
Cyrene has pink hair, sharp ears.
You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets hopping.
Cry, child. Cry aloud. Let your voice reach Oryx.
Cyrene is a girl, a priest.
Lernen. Oh, sind das da hinten Engler, Feiner und der Flammendieb und wer ist das da ganz rechts? Könnte vielleicht Chesteris sein.
Easy. I can. I learn. Anyway, I don't like tears.
But the name Itisalicii came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. Yet, you always seem so happy, as if nothing ever worried you.
Cyrene doesn't like tears. Always happy.
Of course, because the world was gentle to me. So, I grew up to be gentle as well.
Cyrene is gentle. Likes beautiful things.
Lernen.
Easy. I can. I learn.
Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are a constant,
But even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Treeby's innocence, and Aglaya's beauty.
Cyrene. She can't grow up, but she can talk. Cyrene is at the end of every...
Lernen.
Simple. Got it.
I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye.
All right, let's not make things so gloomy. What we're about to embark on is the true hero's journey. So, come on, cheer up a bit, okay?
Cyrene was crying when she was born. Fragile. Transparent. Cyrene was smiling when she said goodbye. Soft.
lernen. Na gut, dann war es doch nicht Castoris.
The later memories disappeared? Invisible? Or disappeared? Ah, I got it! Is this a blank space? So, next Cyrene is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Cyrenes, then there will always be blank space. And Peach will always be here. I see. I get it. I get it all.
Speichern.
Cyrene's memories. I will preserve them all.
So weird. I can't see you, but that you grew up.
Oh,
Hi. Miss me yet?
It just feels like you were a bit more mature.
Yes. Mature. Beautiful. Like you. Now, I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance. I can sing. Also, I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes Cyrene, Cyrene. So, I'm going to tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick, sit down.
It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very cute.
Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparkled with light. Like, how beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? A little fairy was curious, but it looked and looked only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only their own reflection. In that case, they should work hard to learn more. So the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? But it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy, and I knew it was love. Love brings everything together, and it brought you and me together. So Peach and I will always be together.
What a nice fairy tale.
I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together.
Okay, then I'll probably make a small adjustment to suit my tastes. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the ground. Then it would understand that the flawless crystal flower doesn't actually have a heart. Nor does the flower understand.
Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand love?
It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurity. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect world. But should a flower like this be called love?
But then the story won't exist anymore.
That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love is.
Peach's words. I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? But it's fine. I can learn. Right. Query Cyrene.
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093.
Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me. What is love? What is love meant?
Electrical signal sequence Philia 093. Track lament.
That's not correct.
The developmental trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory.
Likes hat also hier alles durcheinander gebracht.
Not having a consciousness means not having the foundation of a heart. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. In a strange twist of fate, Philia Zero not be remembrance. An empathy mechanism focused on lament was the factor closest to this form of behavior.
The daughter of Id Silicii. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you, sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting end sometimes. It's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain me. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel. For while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in muted silence. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart, and love did not yet exist in this world, only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, could stall the destruction steps. Then, it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down in trepidation. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its my entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, in these unchanging retellings of the story, my lament might be able to I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, warm and wet, and that tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then, people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It'll be all the remembrances within this story. Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a... But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him.
But Peach, I didn't understand a word you said since just now. Everything was false? But you're standing right here. It's all a dream? But I haven't learned how to dream.
Indeed. That's why I believe all this is real. The moment the crystal flower fell, that genuine shiver, that's the mover of life.
Formatting progress 23.815.
In the poem offered to you, every Cyrene would write down a beautiful new world with stars, and when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrance's pink. I believed that must be the color of dawn. You shall fade when the flowers bloom. For every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye.
Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today.
Right. I still haven't told you what love is. But actually, my good friend, the Lament Factor did not understand what love was before she met you either. Not until I told you all the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them. The story comes, passes, then returns. It makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers, there are still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, the light is coming in. The Deliverer's light is going to illuminate Amphorius.
I still don't get it. But I trust Peach. Just wait. It'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet.
Then I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to gift my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen name Cyrene the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond. In the stories you will write, perhaps it'll be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that you'll only reply to them with love and a smile.
Of course. This will be a romantic story like none that has come before.
You think so too, right? I'll read and you'll listen. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud, while you will depart and hold that final star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page, and our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance, and they shall become the epic known as I've written. And so my story ends. From here on, it's your story now.
Mimi?
So sind wir also aufeinander getroffen.
Me?
Hey, aber jetzt haben wir ein Flashback.
Mimi. Mimi? Mim.
So, the light that tore through the chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met you. Yet, I forgot everything. But I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I?
Die Person, die neben mir ging, war schon immer. Also war diese erste Welle am Ende. Sollte ich dich Mimi nennen oder Cyrene? Oder Aronix?
Yes. The seed within memories. The one Cyrene held in her hands and watered with lament. I am the first new spore. Amphorius's heart. The demiurge.
Oh, du bist es also. Also nicht Feinon.
What a long name. And it doesn't even sound cute. The total opposite of Mem.
Das war diese erste Welle am Ende.
I'm sorry. I don't know. If I don't even want to believe in the answer, then how am I supposed to answer you? But now's not the time to cry, right? We'll find the answer, just like how miracles will eventually happen.
Soll ich dich Mem nennen oder Cyrene oder Demiurge?
Do you remember that I was also worried about this when we first set out? Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories got all tangled up with each other in my one heart. It's all so strange. Yet, so either way, could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want you to call me Cyrene. That name represents me and her. Every one of her.
Das werde ich, Cyrene. Natürlich, das ist ihr Segen für dich. Du kannst nicht von ihr getrennt werden, egal was passiert.
Thank you, friend. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells. But if you write something into the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now, all the footsteps of the Flame Chasers and the Trailblaze have come together, becoming the source of power for Amphorius's heart.
Du bist einer der Schlüssel, um Eisengrab zu besiegen. Wenn Geist und Körper eins werden, dann gibt es vielleicht eine Möglichkeit, sich Eisengrab entgegenzustellen.
A lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xandar wants to see is an event that gives us a chance of winning. For the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. Then... and what happens after that? I don't know either. Maybe I can create a miracle, and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything, and am devoured by the destruction. Either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker, or a worshipped god at the end of this saga.
Du bist und bleibst ein Teil der Flammenjagd. Lass uns gemeinsam mit dem Trailblaze voranschreiten. Lass uns gemeinsam das Ende schreiben. Nun wird.
That way, I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cyrene. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good. It's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating. Remember this moment, friend.
Und das Tierchen ist aus dem Käfig ausgebrochen. Die Fee. Sorry.
So the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of M4 only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against their other half, Iron Tomb.
Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a strand of memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with the contaminated scepter and attracted the naive Demiurge to them.
Und so begann das leere Herz seine Reise zu seinem Körper. Warum wurde das nicht
As an
synchronisiert?
experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30, she managed to nourish a real heart. A heart with the capacity to influence the erudition.
Not only is the Scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. There's still time to surrender, you know? You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end.
What a pity. When the truth surfaced, I knew at once that the Demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter. Not only that, Madam Herta, please consider this possibility. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, what wondrous creation will arise? It's simple. An anti-creator, a giant of the destruction would be born. Its hatred will ignite.
Do you really think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093, even after 30 million cycles?
The facts above only await the arrival of the fourth instant they calculated. Those and one Kuwabara thus completes the proof.
Huh. You branded Droidhead as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory? I pity you, Xandar.
I don't need you. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want and paint the future they imagined. As their creator, I shall complete my duty and direct them to complete their final query. The destruction of the self.
What hubris. And what if you fail?
No one understands failure better than Xandar. He for the first genius. Failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test the resolve of a dead man.
That's excellent.
Oh.
Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the final step to overturn your proof.
I'm all ears.
It's my topic, so stay out of it. Be quiet and let me borrow your head. Let's go, Screwy. We're gonna break Iron Tomb's seal. Come on, let's take off. It's time to go meet your little pet, Senior Society member.
Nein, noch nicht in diesem Part, Leute. Wir sehen uns im nächsten Part und machen dann weiter. Krasse Enthüllungen. Cyrens Ursprung. Interessant. Na gut, Leute. Ich sag dann mal bis dann und ciao, wir sehen uns.